And so we thank the League for hearing us and for advocating for that legislative change.
With the League, you're not alone anymore. You have the connection to a lot of municipal professionals all over the state.
We're practicing or we're in the ring sparring to get better.
You don't have to bear the burden alone, because it'd be darn difficult to do it.
I'm Anne Marie Knighton, and I'm the town manager for the town of Edenton. I'm a big fan of the League of Municipalities. When I think about the League, primarily what comes to mind initially is advocacy and the work that the League does on behalf of local governments, municipalities all across the state, the General Assembly, helping to make sure that our voices are heard. I can think of a couple recent examples of where the League partnered with us in particular, but with other municipalities that were advocating for the reinstatement of the state historic preservation tax credits. And the League was right out there advocating with us and for us, and it was a huge day when that legislation was reinstated, and we're so appreciative of the work that the League did with us. In Edenton, we're an old historic town, and we have a beautiful, wonderful historic district, a National Register district, and a local historic district. And those state historic tax credits have been so important to us in helping to revitalize and repurpose buildings, vacant buildings, as well as restoring housing. It's been incredibly important to have that tool available, that incentive back in our toolbox, so to speak, to help with economic development in Edenton.
It's Sean Jacoby. My full name's Christopher Sean Jacoby. I go by Sean, and I live here on the Outer Banks, Kill Devil Hills, with my wife and 2 kids. Going back, it's been almost a year now. I'd gotten a notice that because I turned 50, I had to go be screened, have a colonoscopy. I was sort of, I guess at the same time, a little maybe reluctant, just out of really ignorance of what it entailed and the process, but also wanted to find out, just to have that peace of mind. And you get something like that, and you start talking to people about it, and you hear different stories, people talking about people in their lives who may have had, colon cancer or something like that. And really, it was several close people that related to me that somebody in their family had died. And one friend of mine had a brother who was in his 30s. I remember waking up and looking at the clock, and they'd said, once we wheel you back there and put you under, it's, maybe 20 or 30 minutes at the most. And it'd been considerably longer than 20 or 30 minutes. It had been about an hour. And he came in, the doctor came in, and he said, he had a serious look on his face. So I thought, maybe something's up. And that's exactly what he said. He said, it's a good thing you came in here, because I did find something, and we'll send it off, but 9 times out of 10, it's going to come back positive. So I want you to be prepared for that. He said, you're in good health. He said, it looks, fairly like it's early, and you feel good, you're healthy, so you're going to be all right. He said, you got kind of a tough road to hoe between now and then. You got some stuff you're going to have to go through, but you're going to be all right. And really the most positive thing was I'm glad I went and found out, because had it not been for that notice through the health and wellness program, I don't know that I would have gone. I don't know that I would have had the good sense to go. And it may have saved my life.
Hey, my name is David Magnuson. I'm the police chief of the city of Havelock, North Carolina. When I got here, I was able to review a lot of things that have gone on, and fortunately, in the policies and procedures, things look good. However, you can't be satisfied with just good. And I learned one of my lieutenants who oversees investigations has worked with the league, and he mentioned that they do offer this program where they will take a look at your policies and procedures. And with that, we had a consultation with Mr. Anderson, Chief Anderson. I was given a list of instructions of what they'll be looking for, and certain timelines and stuff, but also a very open accessibility that if I had any questions or anything I wanted to move forward, I'd forward them his way. It doesn't have to wait till the end and bombard him. And so I was able to do so. There were some policies and procedures I had put in place when I got here that I felt, coming from a big city, Miami, I think would work well here as well. When Chief Anderson asked about certain areas like that, I said, well, I've already done it. Take a look. What do you think? And sure enough, he says, this is great, this I would add this, and the other, and took a look at it, and I said, yeah, you know what, you're absolutely right. What started off good became excellent. Good is a good place to take a rest. It's not an ending point. When we got the results back, I mean, it exceeded, and that was very good to hear. And it was a point of pride, not just for me, but more so for the entire department, and not just for the entire department, but for the entire city of Havelock. How do you not take advantage of that opportunity?
Patrick Baker, I'm the city attorney for the city of Durham. The connections with other professionals throughout the state have been really helpful for me. Those connections that are made through the league conferences and board meetings have been particularly useful when it comes to an item that I may have here in Durham, and I'm a phone call away from a number of people in the state that may have these other ideas as well that we can share. That's been really helpful for me, particularly as I communicate that with my council. It certainly makes me a better municipal official when I have the benefit of the experience of hundreds of municipal officials all around the state. I would definitely highly recommend joining the league if you're not a member of the league, and participating in the league activities. There are dozens of league activities that are out there, and I know that it can be easy. We're all busy with things, but again, each time I go to a league function, I learn something that I didn't know when I came to that function. It's often something that I'm not even thinking that I need to learn, but through those conversations with other elected officials and appointed officials, there's so much energy in these meetings and so much of a willingness to share the experiences from around the state. And I think that if there's somebody out there that hasn't joined the league or isn't coming to those meetings, even though their municipality may be a part of the league, I would encourage them to do so. They're really missing out.